Samantha from Scrapmaster's Paradise, and today we're going to look at my scrapbook room progress. I did a scrap room tour late in 2013 sometime when I had gotten my room set up exactly how I wanted it, but I decided I wanted to change it around because I wanted a set. I wanted to be able to just sit down here, turn on the lights, and film. And that was just something that was really important to me, and I hadn't quite figured out how to make that happen yet, so I ended up moving my room all around so that I would have room to just sit here and film for you guys, and it makes it super easy for me to film. And already I could tell it's just going to be such a great thing to just have this set up, be able to film for you guys anytime I want to. This really isn't a whole scrap room tour because I'm not really done with it yet, but I wanted to go ahead and share with you guys because I knew it was going to be a couple weeks before I would get done with my room, and I know you guys have been asking about it, so I wanted to just go ahead and show you guys the progress. Alright, so here is the beginning of my scrapbook room. I took this beautiful frame off the wall. I do plan on changing out the inside. Right now this is a piece of metal and it's got lace and fabric over it, so I could stick magnetic things on it, but I want to make it a chalkboard, so I'm gonna figure out how to get a backing on it and paint it with chalkboard paint, or just buy a cheapy chalkboard and stick it in there. I'm not exactly sure yet, but that's going to go in a different room coming up soon. I will share that progress with you guys whenever I get around to it. It's not on my priority list right now, but I plan on repurposing it eventually. So here is a look into my room. Here's a look into my room. So let's start this way. This is a new camera, so it's new to me. So what I did was I moved these shelves upright. So both of these two big Expedit shelves are 4 squares by 2 squares, and they used to be laying down underneath the window. And if you go back and watch my other scrap room tour, you'll see that they were under the window, and I liked that it gave me extra counter space, but it just took up too much of the room. And the table was actually about mid of this room, like right here. And so I decided to push the table all the way against the window here so I get some really good daylight when I'm scrapbooking, and then I could have my set right here. So that is where I sit to film. There is my backdrop, and my lights are from Cowboy Studio, and they came with an overhead light too that I'm not using at the moment. And I will link to this set of lights because I know lighting's always an issue, and I've had pretty good luck with these lights. So I'll link to those down below. You can check those out. I just have a cheapy IKEA chair. I have a pink rolly chair that I left at my mom's house in East Tennessee. So when I go back there, I'm going to pick up that chair, and then I'll have that pink rolly chair here where I work, and then I'll have this white chair just set up so I can film all the time. I really like that. I got my backdrop, and this is still kind of in progress because it needs to be ironed. It's got creases in it everywhere, but I don't think it's super noticeable in my videos, so I'll probably not take it down and iron it anytime soon. So this side is actually very similar to what it already was. These two Expedits were down like this, but I just changed around where everything is because my table was right out here. And so I put all of my go-to items right in these couple of squares. Well, now my table is over here, so I have all my go-to items right here and on top here. So I moved my Organize More containers up onto the slat wall area. Got my little pink bowls, my Copics, and then I moved the papers. They used to be in 4 rows, but I went ahead and ran them all the way up the wall, all the way up to the top of the slat wall, and made them into 3 rows. So these two Expedits used to come right here and jut out, and I decided to stick my little Raskog cart here, and I just can pull that out. It's hard with one hand. But I got all my Project Life stuff at the top. I've got scrap papers there. I've got tools and Copic images here. I have these little buckets here. They've got my tape, scissors, pens, tools like my corner chomper and a scallop punch. And then I've got an extension cord right here so I can attach things to it. It just plugs in down behind there. I've got that. And then here is my desk. And this is definitely an in-progress thing. I've been filming a ton of videos and Bob was just going crazy, so I stuck him in our spare bedroom. So he usually sits right up there on top of that shelf. And then he throws birdseed down here. So I've got to get one of those, birdseed catcher things that sits under his cage so he doesn't throw birdseed all over my desk. So that's one of the reasons I haven't been scrapbooking lately, is because I've got this desk covered in birdseed and I don't want birdseed on my projects. If I have a project halfway done, he's going to just throw birdseed on it and I really don't want to deal with that. So I'm going to get him a birdseed catcher. I decided to stick my most recent Studio Calico kits over here so I can just grab them and go. And I have room for 6 or 7 of them here. I'm trying to use them up. And so here's my desk, and I've got to change everything around because I changed my camera mount. Here's my overhead mount, and the camera just screws into this screw here. And this was my overhead light. This was my overhead light thing. So the overhead light clamped into here, and this clamp was further down the pole, way down the pole. But now it's going to be near the end, and I've got to mess with it a little bit and figure out where it's going to be on the table. I used to have it all marked out with washi tape, so I knew exactly where to put my papers when I was filming a Project Life video. I just lined them up with that. Then I could film and scrapbook, so I'm going to have to do that again. I just haven't messed with it yet. I've been really concentrating on getting this part of the room set up. So I don't want to show you guys too much in the office, but I'll give you a little sneak peek. I've got my computer in there, and I've got the dog gate up so that they don't go in there. You can tell just by that little sneak peek it's an absolute mess. I'm still working on that. And here's another look around my slat wall. I don't have much up on the other side yet. I've got the ribbon holders with ribbon up here, and then I put some pieces of cardstock in here. I just scored them in half, and then I could just stick my washi tape on there. So I really like that. And here's the other side of the slat wall. I don't really have much up here right now, except I moved a couple of the hooks around and stuck some more stuff up there. And that's pretty much it. So this is kind of an unofficial scrap room tour since things aren't quite done. When I do have everything done and I do a scrap room tour for you guys, I will show you what's in all the containers and go through every little bit so that you guys can see every little bit of the room. But this is just kind of a quick overview of the whole room. So I hope you guys enjoyed this peek into my scrapbook room. Be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of my videos. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.